Well, here are my two calla lilies that got a little nip of frost about 8 days ago. And today is November the 2nd in Central Virginia. And it's going to be time to pick these seed pods because see, all the seed pod shoots have pretty much gone. So they're not going to grow anymore. I wish they were a little more brown. They're still really green. That's the only one that was turning lighter color to start to get brown. But there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pods here. Each pod will have anywhere from 2 to 5 seeds, and this one, I mean, if you just count, there's 15 right there, so there's probably 40 in it. That's probably 35. That's probably 60. That's probably over 100. These are probably, that one's over 100 pods at 2 to 5 seeds a pod. There are a lot of them here, and they're hanging down. Now, we don't have a problem with animals eating them, but they are known to eat them. So anyway, I'm going to mark this bag that they're the variegated kind, and put them in the bag and take them home and let them dry out. I found one more pod while I was looking through the plants, so there's 8 of them. I just put these in a bag to take them back to our home because these are growing at our river cottage. And when I get them home, I will take the outer covering off of them, this leaf part, so that they can all dry out equally. And I'll keep them in a place that's not too hot, not too cold, but has air movement. Like a porch that wouldn't get about 45 or 50 degrees at night. One that's enclosed. And all I did is cut them off with a pair of little shears right at the end of the stem, in case you wondered where to cut them. You don't want to cut up into the seed portion, so just cut them down below where they come in contact with the stem. This is our non-variegated calla lily, and these pod stems have all dried up, so it's time to cut them off. But see how they're a tan? It's a hard color to say. It's not really yellow, it's not really brown, but the one in the middle is a little browner. That one has a green tint to it. The others are further along being maturing. And then that pod there is more of a yellow-brown tint to it. And there's 3 pods on this, and I might find another one. But these I know will be viable. I think the others will too. But when you get them to this point, you know they are. And I did find a 4th one. This leaf on this is a lot greener. These have a little bit more green tint to them. You can see the difference in the different coverings. This protects the seeds when they're growing. So we have 4 pods. I will let these die back naturally. Now, if it got down to where it was going into the low 20s, I would probably not want this foliage on there, because if the foliage is green, it's got liquid in it, and if the liquid got cold, it could get down into the ground and kill the rhizome. These will die back and just basically fall over on the ground, and usually I can just pull them gently and it will just break away from the rhizome. Otherwise, you could take a very sharp old butcher knife and just cut it off even with the ground, because the rhizome should be under the ground a pretty good ways. And we're in Central Virginia. We're at the top of the eastern part. The eastern shore of Virginia could maybe grow them easier than we can, but we're at the top of the range for growing these and leaving them in the ground. Since we've had mild winters, we've been able to get away with it. If it got down to 8 degrees and for a high, or 12 degrees for a high for the day, it would probably kill these. If that happened, I'd have to come down here and dig them up, because I wouldn't want to lose that. I got too many years on them.